YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Anthem Barber coming at you with another haircut tutorial. In this video, we're going to be doing a man bun with a taper fade. Alright, so for our first step, we're going to be taking our Andis Slimline Pro and setting our bald guideline. So now that we set our bald guideline, I'm going to take my Andis shaver and completely bald it out. So now that we completely bald them out, I'm going to take my Wahl magic clip with the lever open and I'm going to begin to set my next guideline. I'm going to be giving myself a little under an inch, I'd say. So now that the guideline's set, we're going to close our lever and begin to work from the bottom to the top, opening the lever as we go. And when we do that, we're going to notice that that bottom guideline is going to continue to work its way up until it's completely faded out. So now that that guideline's blended out, we're going to take the Wahl #1 guard with the lever open and we're going to begin to set our next guideline, giving ourselves the same amount of room that we did with the previous guy. Just like the previous guideline, we're now going to close the lever and work our way from the bottom to the top, trying to blend out this line the best that we can, but knowing that the 1 is not going to completely erase the bottom of the guide, so we're going to follow this step up with another one. So now we're going to come through with the Wahl half guard with the lever open to completely blend out that guide. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of flick out towards the top of that line. And what we're going to do is close the lever as needed, fading downwards until that line is completely blended out. that that's blended out, we're going to begin to set our next guideline with the Wahl 1.5 guard with the lever open. And we're going to flick out towards the top of this guide because we don't want to set a harsh guide for the next guard that we come through and use. Alright, so now we're going to come through with the Wahl number 2 guard closed, and we're going to go straight up, not digging in the head to set another guide. We're just going to be going upwards. And with this particular client, the top of his hair where I'm at right now is probably about at a 2.5 already. So basically what I'm doing is just kind of cleaning up. But if you had somebody else with longer hair, let's say, and you're doing a taper fade, then you're gonna want to just kind of scoop out, not necessarily scoop in. Now that we're done with that step, I'm gonna come back through with my Wahl 1.5 guard with the lever open, and I'm gonna begin to just clean up right under where I left off with that too. Kind of like we cleaned up with the half guard lever open right after we left off with the 1. So I'm just kind of making sure that that blend comes together properly and everything looks as it should. Alright, so now that we're done with the side taper, we're going to move on to the back taper. And I'm actually not going to walk you through the steps on this, and I even sped it up because the steps are the same exact steps that we just took on the side taper. But while I have your ear for a moment, I just want to take this time to say thank you for watching. Shout out to all my subscribers. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button right now. Join the team. If you feel like you're getting anything useful while you're just watching this, smash that like button right now. It does so much for my channel, and it lets me know that you're actually liking and watching the content that I'm dropping. Another thing I want to mention while I got your ear for a moment is I want to do a giveaway. I'm getting ready to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I want to do a giveaway on my way to 1,000 subscribers. So I don't want to give something away at 1,000. I want to give stuff away on the way to 1,000. So get active in the comments section below and drop some ideas on ways that you guys would think it would be fun for the channel to do a giveaway. Like I said, I got a couple things that I want to give away, so feel free to drop as many ideas as you have. now that we're done with the tapers, I'm going to begin to line the back of his neck out. And when I line a client out, it really allows me to put the cut or the fade into perspective, and it'll reveal flaws to you. So pay close attention when you're lining somebody out. You might think everything looks crispy and you're done. All of a sudden you get that line popping and you start to notice imperfections. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just taking a look of everything and making sure that everything's clean. Now I'm going to take my Wahl number 2 guard with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to remove the rest of the bulk on his head, bringing everything together. And I do come in with the lever open, but as you just seen, I close the lever once I have everything cleaned up, and I begin to go at it with the lever closed right underneath where I just left off with the lever open, completely removing the bulk. That way that 1.5 on the taper completely blends into the 2. So now we're going to begin with the lineup. As you just seen, before I start the lineup, I like to spray a holding spray, so it kind of holds everything neatly together, allowing me to give them a crispy lineup. And as you also see, my client here doesn't have the nicest of lineups. So when you don't have a client that has that perfect box shape, what you want to do is just keep everything clean. Don't push nothing back to achieve anything that shouldn't be there. Just keep everything natural and sharp when possible. So now that I got his lineup to where I want it to be, I'm going to come through with my straight razor and I'm going to clean up everything that I just did. And now you're going to see everything kind of come together and start to pop. Alright, so I decided to step out the norm a little bit and kind of give him, I wouldn't necessarily call it a design, but give him a little accent piece here in the back. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, but I believe it's a dope look and it really complements it. So all I really did was just gave him 2 lines back there, one being longer than the other, and I kept it all, you know, in the same shape, and I feel like it just made it pop. Hit me right now in the comment section below and let me know if it made the cut look doper or if I should have not have did it. Alright y'all, so here's a better look at that accent piece, or some may call it a design. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And here's our final look. I didn't take time to film me styling out my client because all I did was apply water and slick his hair back. With that being said, here's the cut. I think it's dope. Smash that like button. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm out, y'all.